and welcome to the Chris Evans Podcast here on Second Banana Media, coming to you from the Second Banana Studios here in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Hope you're having a great time. Always a reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Second Banana Media. Also can be found on Facebook and Twitter. Guthrie police in a high-speed chase, and it all started with technology. If you remember back April 2023, the Guthrie Police Department, an article that you read on Guthrie News page, got a 2-year contract with the Flock camera system, which is 12 cameras spread across within the city limits. And it basically takes a fingerprint of vehicles. And there was a lot of back and forth. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people did not like it. But the technology has indeed helped Guthrie police officers, including a chase on early Tuesday morning. More on that here in just a second. But if you remember, the city council approved the 2-year contract for $61,722, but that's being funded with a grant, part of the grant with the National White Collar Crime Center. The city's under no obligation to continue the program beyond 2 years. We've seen this work many, many times. And so we go to the early morning of Tuesday at around 1 o'clock in the morning. Police are notified through the Flock camera system that there is a stolen 2009 Honda Accord in around the area of State Highway 33, Noble Avenue, and Academy, which if you live in Guthrie, you know that is by the hospital. And they got the alert that this Honda was stolen out of Texas. Police go there. They can't find it right off. They kind of hide out for a little bit. And then just before 4 o'clock, they find this vehicle in that area. They pull the vehicle over with a felony stop and ask the officers approach the car and ask the female driver, male passenger. They ask her to get out of the vehicle, and she puts it in drive and takes off. And the pursuit goes on from there. She turns on the 19th Street, which is in front of Cotterill, and heads out that way. Speed limit's usually 35. Well, she got the speed limits within 85 miles an hour on there. She gets back onto Noble, where she goes speeds of over 100 miles per hour, 120 to be exact. And the speed limit there, 65. And then she turns left onto State Highway 74, and that's when speeds reach over 120 miles an hour. In fact, in the police report has 125 miles per hour. This goes into Oklahoma County by this time. Logan County Sheriff's Office is in effect helping out. Oklahoma Highway Patrol has been notified, and the Oklahoma City Police Department have been notified. And coming up here in a few seconds, I'll have the video. I'll share that with you here in a second. Police get behind that vehicle, and finally the car crashes out. 18-year-old female taken into custody, a 30-year-old man taken into custody. Somehow, some way, there were no injuries. We'll have the crash here in just a second when this pursuit ended. There was motorists who had to force off the roadway because of the driver going in and out of traffic. People actually had to swerve off. So one charge has been filed on the female at this time of the recording of this, eluding officers. I think there's probably going to be some more charges coming her way. Also, the 30-year-old has not been formally arraigned yet, no formal charges yet, so I'm not sure what he may be facing. It could be minimum of possession of a stolen vehicle, so we'll see how that plays out. But I do have the chase here, and it's about 2.5 minutes long. We'll begin it here. This starts right now on Highway 74, and the crash is going to end up around 122nd Street here in about 1 minute. The police report says the vehicle attempted to maneuver around 2 other vehicles and lost control, resulted in the vehicle crashing into and through the cable barriers. That's coming up here in just a few moments, and then rolling south into the northbound lanes until it crashed into some sand barriers. Coming up here in just a few moments, you'll see that. You see the police responding in the northbound lanes just now. I think we might have one more as well in the northbound lanes before this comes to a crash. There's the other police officer. I'm not sure if that's OHP or Oklahoma City Police. About to come into a couple of vehicles here. As you see, police doing a good job of staying back and just kind of letting this all play out. Police have done a great job with this entire pursuit. And you're about to see a couple cars come up, and they're going to kind of be in the way. They maneuver. There's a cable barrier. They're going to slide a little bit longer, and then come set into some sand barriers. This is a Guthrie police officer's dash cam here. Here in just a few moments, you will see another police unit come up on the right side, right here in a few seconds, and that's going to be the Oklahoma Highway Patrol who helped with this. As you see, airbags have deployed in the opposite direction, obviously right there. And we will wait with the OHP trooper here. You'll hear a little bit of get out of the car, and the video will stop here shortly after. We will not see the arrest. But again, these two people were taken into custody with no incident after they got out. They were taken to the hospital. They were treated at the scene. They did not have any injuries. Police then took them to the hospital just to make sure there were no injuries, and they were clear of that. And this is how the video will end here in just a few seconds as you see the OHP troopers unit there on the right side. So great job by the police. Luckily, as you saw, this happened about 4:30 in the morning, so the traffic was very, very light. On a normal day, during daytime hours, it would have been completely different. So that's the other good thing about that as well. As far as the stolen Honda, it was stolen out of Texas, a city there, and a driver got attacked by some individuals, and I think he went to the hospital, and then the next day went to find his vehicle. It was not there. It was stolen. In that stolen vehicle, after the crash, a phone was discovered, and it belonged to the female, and she did not want to talk to investigators. A warrant was placed for that iPhone, and where the vehicle was stolen, the guy said his vehicle was stolen. There was a pin drop in her iPhone on her maps that put it there as well. So a lot of evidence against them. So we'll see how it all plays yet. But I just want to get on here and kind of show you how it went. A big thank you to the Guthrie police officer who did a great job of getting this crime here. And the flock cameras, they pay off here. And obviously the owner of the Honda, his vehicle is totaled, will not get that back. But these cameras do work not only for stolen vehicles or other vehicle or other type of crimes, but missing persons as well. So it's a technology that has done well across the U.S. This is not just a Guthrie thing, but it comes through once again. This is about the third case that I can remember off the top of my head where the flock cameras have helped Guthrie police officers solve a crime here. Again, the big news, nobody was injured, including motorists and police officers, and the two suspects were not injured as well. This podcast here on Second Banana Media will be embedded into the Guthrie News page article, which will have some more information as well as the crash scene that you just saw there. So I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to Second Banana Media. We have live shows. We have videos like this and a whole bunch of other great stuff. If you're a high school sports fan, we have the High School Huddle here on Second Banana Media as well. Can't forget our friends at the Guthrie Chamber. They have their podcast here as well. This has been the Chris Evans Podcast. We hope you have a great night.